said before, she is a powerhouse, and she does wield her whip. The next poet up is, I'm going to pull this up. The next poet up is Gus Simonovic, and I'm going to find it, sorry. Gus has lived in other countries and spoken other languages. Currently he lives in Auckland, writing and performing his poetry in broken but delightful English. Apart from his own poetry collections, Printable Reality, his poetry has been published in a few New Zealand magazines and anthologies. He's performed his poetry in New Zealand, the USA, Europe and Australia. Recently he was a guest poet at the Great Coromandel Arts Trail and printed a chapbook, only 2 copies left. See Gus if you want one. He is a Poetry Slam winner and was the runner-up in the 2008 Montana Poetry Day Slam. Please welcome Gus Simonovic.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, Lopdell House. Thank you. I think you're most perfect MC. What you did with the mic is brilliant. So whatever goes wrong, fall off the stage. See, you have something to blame. You go up. Where's the musician? I'll give up. Okay, I got it. Well, usually people start with saying, "Can you hear me in the back?" And I say, "Can you understand me in the front?" Because otherwise I better not start. All right, I'm going to open with a all-time favorite. It has a biblical title. It's called Message, but it actually has been inspired by a parking ticket. I got a message today. An egg was glued to my windscreen. At first I didn't see it clearly. I turned the wipers on. Only then, I didn't see anything. Blinded by the yolk. There was something epicene about that egg. There is something incipient about every egg. We all started off as an egg. There is a hatch and a catch in each egg. An egg, like an 11th commandment, like the second purpose of love. Man is devoid of common sense, and I'm that man this morning. Maybe something was written on a shelf, or there is some symbolism in the white. Maybe you just wanted me to wash the vehicle, or to show me how it's to drive from the passenger seat. An egg out of its nest. An egg to put me to the test. Was it from you? Was it an egg? Am I becoming egocentric? And did I get the message? Equator. If words are the stars, poems are constellations. You need to know the figure to shape out meanings. And wherever you move, every night sky speaks a different language. I crossed the line and left my northern stars in that invisible border. They were confiscated by Equatorial Customs Office. But I've smuggled my poems with me so I can still speak to you. I exchanged my Little Dipper for Magellan Clouds. Instead of Polaris, Sigma Octanis presents my horizon. And I reach up high and I dig down deep, like every plant that has been pulled out by its roots. Lucky to have Leah and Orion to help me bear my Southern Cross. 44. I load my intention for connection onto the ferry boat. They've seen it. It's huge. So they make me pay family pass. You sit looking into the wake, face to the waves, back to the old. Expression hidden by the wind, listening to the sounds of before. It's not like you don't like me. It's not like you're being remote. It's just that you don't know me. It's just that I don't know you. I on the bow, you on the stern. The distance is vast. Yet there is no greater closeness than one caused by the distance. There is no greater love continent, but one yet not discovered. To reveal intention, I need attention. Jump off the ferry will be like a jump into my past. Wait for the landing will be like mischance. So I pause. I pause. And you turn. 44 seconds before we first talked, 44 minutes before we had our first lunch, 44 weeks before we had our first baby, 44 years before, I jump off the ferry. Time is in your hands. You either keep it to yourself or give it to us. That actually ends on give it to Gus, but you know, just make it short. One of us. This morning, my tongue was numb. Completely numb. So numb that I wasn't sure if it was still there in my mouth. Oh, I won't be able to speak anymore. Ran to the mirror in search of my tongue, only to realize that my ears had grown huge and my eyes on the long sticks. Oh well, at least I'd be able to see and hear well. I looked like some alien insect, only I had no legs, just feet. Even though walking was a bit of a funny exercise, I felt very good and wanted to walk out and face the world. No one even noticed me anyway. As if I always looked like this. As if everybody had huge ears and eyes on sticks. And I felt less alien than ever. Also, while walking, legs grew out of me and met my feet, which gave me an extra stability. Even more ease. Confidence. I was a part of this world for the first time in my life. My mind was my friend. I couldn't talk. Everybody was my friend. I could hear and see. There is no reason for opinion, only acceptance. I could go anywhere. My 7-mile steps, my 360 degrees vision. I could hear the moon moving. I was free. That's how I decided to come here, to the zoo, to put myself on display, to cage this stage, to be something that I always wanted, even for a day. One of us.